Evangelist Kemi on the 22nd of December 2019. There is a phenomenon that I want to address now for the youth in the United States. A lot of young people in the United States have become slaves to the drug culture. And I'm not talking about cocaine, crack, and all the street drugs, marijuana. I'm talking about prescription drugs. There's an onset of prescription drugs in the music industry. I heard this afternoon that Little Peep died in November of 2017. When someone asked me, as a veteran music journalist and music publicist, who are the best SoundCloud rappers in this decade that we're ending? And I said Little Peep, X, and Juice WRLD. And someone said, RIP to them all. And I was like, RIP to them all. Only two died. Well, I just heard this afternoon that Little Peep died in November of 2017. Where was I in November of 2017? I was behind bars, being persecuted, arrested for being a journalist back in my country, Nigeria. Well, Little Peep also died of a drug overdose. I'm seeing on Wikipedia that he died of fentanyl and alprazolam Xanax. It disturbs me because I'm also a pharmacist, a 30-year veteran pharmacist. And I'm not just a regular pharmacist, but I'm that pharmacist that President Bill Clinton, Governor Glenn Danning, and County Executive Dutch Ruppersberger, and Mayor of Baltimore, Kurt Schmoke, honored in 1997 and 98 for fighting against drug abuse in schools and communities and workplaces. This is a program that was successful. We did it, and now it's started all over again. The drug culture in music has to stop. In Nigeria, cocaine is what is ruling right now all over Lagos, especially this holidays, so I heard. We need to be aware of what drugs can do to us. It is a very sad shame. Like Juice WRLD, one of those rappers that I mentioned, he only just turned 21. And 10 days after his birthday, he popped 10 Percocets or so when he was about to be arrested by the feds down on the ground after landing on a plane in Chicago. So, Little Peep also died 10 days, around a week after his 21st birthday in November 2017. Similarities: XXXTentacion was killed in a robbery. But young people need to know the word of God. Drugs are not for our bodies. Drugs are not for our mental state. Drugs ruin you when it's not for the use it's for. These drugs are narcotics. They're controlled drugs, they're hard drugs, and they need to be prescribed by a doctor. When you're using them recreationally, then you have a problem. I lived in Canada 5 years, and when I left Canada, marijuana was legalized in Canada. One of the things I said was that I was not happy. And I thank God I'm not even there anymore, because I can't imagine living in an environment where they have legalized weed and everybody smokes it. The smoke, the smell, everything's everywhere. If you're in drugs, if you're using prescription drugs, if you are using any form of prescription drugs, I repeat, stop using them. Addiction is very hard. Juice WRLD's mother said he was battling addiction. I can imagine. And they had to give him Narcan. Okay, a narcotic antagonist. He did not make it. As much as Dr. Adams has spoken about Narcan and other narcotic antagonists, he speaks twice and 3 times and 10 times more on preventing your children from doing drugs. If you're a grown-up, you have children, in the music business, it is not a norm. Rich KJT Music is my son. He's a rapper, and I talk to him every day about drugs, prescription drugs. Peer pressure in the music business lets some of these artists start to try things. You don't need it. And this is a message from me, Evangelist Kemi. The body is not for drugs. I have posted a page, a verse in the Bible that explains that. Thank you for listening.